But yeah, that's the basic skill upgrades for my secondary weapon for the spear. Uh, and then for my bow and arrow, you can have two sections to choose from when also choosing your other upgrades from between skirmisher and hunter. So between skirmisher and hunter, I chose to go with uh, with hunter. So for the hunter upgrades, you have or I have long range. So I get to deal 10% more damage to enemies at least 10 meters away. And then I have my first big skill called Penetrating Shot. Has an 18-second cooldown, so I can shoot an arrow that deals 150% weapon damage and passes through enemy targets. And it also has a further attack range of 100 meters. And then you also have other passives like Aim True, so my heavy attacks fly faster and deal 10% more increased damage. And then I grabbed this other passive skill called Blood Soaked Arrow, which means my penetrating shot skill deals 10% further increased damage after each hit. And then I chose my other skill called Explosive Arrow, which has a 22-second cooldown. I can fire an arrow dealing 50% weapon damage on hit, and then it explodes on impact with an additional 135% damage to all targets within a 2.5-meter radius. And then I also chose this next passive upgrade called Opening Strike. So my heavy attacks, when I'm zoomed down range, deals 10% increased damage to enemies with 100% health. And then I also chose my other next big skill called Rapid Shot, where I can shoot 3 consecutive arrows. The first one deals 100% weapon damage, the second one deals 100% weapon damage, and the third one impacts dealing 125% weapon damage. So I'll go.
Good thing you're here, Conrad. You won't believe it, but my recruits just returned with confirmation that the new tribute has come under attack. I was about to go myself, but if you're willing, I'd prefer it were you.
So you can decide with the dialogue choices, you can do a bit of sort of fun role play and sort of use your own voice in the role play and be like, of course, just tell me where to go.
The caravan came under attack at the Bulrush Wash River crossing. I'm told it's a full onslaught of lost. Recover what you can, including the speaker's letter to Medea. I'll prepare a new wagon. Strength be with you.
So then you grab the next part of the main quest, and because I don't have my own mount yet, so I've had to do a lot of running around back and forth between the main settlement and the quest areas. And there are a lot of higher level players uh, running back and forth between quest areas and the settlement, so there's level 60 players in this low level area. But I mean, it's still fun. You can also do a lot of hunting. So you can hunt rabbits, you can hunt turkeys, and skin them for their feathers to make your arrows. And then down there's a fishing quest, so you can go and do that as well and get that done. So I have my bow and arrow for long range attacks, so I can zoom in downrange, and then once they get close, then I pull out my secondary weapon, which is my spear. I can block, and then I can jab and get really nice and close. And then I can use my primary skill with my spear. And because at the end of these quests, they give you like equipment or sort of from common, uncommon to like rare armor and weapon drops. So I have pretty good weapons and armor for the time being. And then there are these lost creatures that sort of fire projectiles long range at you. I can sort of move back and forth and pick a good sort of downrange sniping location, and because I'm running through the forest, so because they also sometimes like to take ranged pot shots at you, I can always just keep backing up to prevent them from being able to hit me. So you can explore through all these different quest areas, and you can see their levels. So these are level 10 enemy AIs, and then in the forest there's lower levels. There's like level 8, level 9 wolves that you can sort of also run around and pick off if you want. There are reagents that you can grab for your spells, and every time you actually explore or discover a new area, you get extra XP added on to your leveling bar. So these are just my regular simple attacks. So when enemies do that, I can use my better skills to hit them better downrange. And then my explosive shot. Boom. So that's the one that actually does a really nice job of exploding on impact. And then this one, oh, that was supposed to be my triple arrow. These guys I don't really like as much because they can just do that and completely surround or overwhelm me. Stay there. Oh, okay. And now I've got my spear out and I'm just hitting them really nicely at close range, and they can drop small stuff too, like common health potions. They did get me down just below half health, and I can keep an eye on the durability of my armor, of my weapons, and then I can always break down other armor and weapons that I get from running different quests, and you can also craft your own sort of specialized fishing poles as well, and then you can craft like a very basic harvesting sickle, skinning knife, mining pickaxe, and logging axe as well. And then around, I think, level 20 to about level 30, you get what's called an Azov staff. And that's you usually get that for when you go into running dungeons. And then it shows here your different slots when you get to level 20, 30, 40, and 45. Unlocks bag slots, ring or amulet slots. So this is one of the amulets that I'm using. So this one increases my health to plus 3.8% of my max health. And then this was the first tier 2 leather shoulder bag that I got, so that increases my inventory weight to plus 100 extra. But I don't really have to worry about that because I always keep my inventory nice and empty, so I don't really have to do a lot of hunting. But when I do, I usually tend to do a lot of hunting and grab a lot of really good reagents and stuff. So I tend to really do a bang up job of filling up my inventory to where I can't even move.
Yeah, it looks like you can pick up just about anything.
Hmm. You can keep pulling enemies in, and then with my spear, I just keep picking them off at close range. But I mean, if I want to be more of a long range sniper, then I'll pull out my bow and arrow again. And then this also gives you more increased experience towards mastery of your weapons. Okay, so I just hit spear mastery level 5. I think that just got me 2 more mastery points for me to use. So let me put that away. Hit escape, go into my character, and I can put 1 point into another next skill of my choosing. Let's see. We've got finishing blows, which means I get to deal 15% increased damage against targets with less than 30% health, but I'm never really that good. We've got refreshing jabs, so all my spear ability cooldowns will then be reduced by 10% on the second hit of my light attack chain, but I don't really do that well with damage yet. I can grab crippling jabs, which means the last hit of my light attack chain applies 30% slow for 3 seconds to targets that are below 30% health, but I usually never get a lot of enemies down below half health before finishing them. There's unerring precision, so I can deal an extra 20% increased damage against targets with an active grit. And then I can also grab follow through, gain empower if skewer crit hits, increasing my damage by a further 20% for 10 seconds. And then there's also the secondary big skill called Vault Kick. Has a 15-second skill cooldown. I can use my spear to vault forward and kick my target, dealing 75% weapon damage and staggering them. Also applies stun for 1.5 seconds. Or I can go with Zoner and go long range and use it as a javelin and actually throw it. So I can use javelin, throwing my spear, dealing 80% weapon damage and stagger enemies on hit. Deadly consistency deals 10% increased damage on consecutive heavy attacks against a single target. And then we've also got deadly reach as another passive skill. So my crit chance is increased by 10% when attacking targets that are at least 3 meters away. So these are all long range passive skills. And then we have bigger ones like sweep, only has a 10-second cooldown, so I can sweep the target's legs, dealing 45% weapon damage and causing knockdown. I wanna try doing javelin. And then I'll sign that skill point. Grab out my javelin. Let's see. R. Okay. That's pretty cool. So it does actually injure them a little over distance, but I mean, this is only like the second best spear that I could actually craft for myself. So this tier 2 spear does 221 damage, has a 9% crit hit chance, 1.30 crit damage multiplier, 42 block damage, block stam damage, and 23% blocking stability, and has a 103 thrust damage. Okay, so that also nicely works at close range as well. So I'll try and keep making my way to execution and get rid of this dude nice and quick.
The Honorable
And reading
Lady Medea.
these notes and
I can
pieces of
certainly
paper
understand
also
your
gives
displeasure
you
with the town of Corinth
extra
not
XP
delivering
towards your
its
next
usual
level.
tribute on schedule. But I hope you will accept my apology and renewed commitment to honor our covenant. The former Speaker of the Winds led me with a forked tongue. We had forgotten our promise to tell the stories of how you have repaid personal betrayals in the past. For that very reason, he has been removed from office and I have been sworn in as the new speaker. It is my solemn hope to resume the good relations our settlement once enjoyed with you. With this card, you will be double the usual quantities.
Yeah.
I hope you will please reconsider any actions you have taken
I
against
kept-
our town as punishment for our failure.
I kept backing
I know
up and
with
then
your guide,
moving forward
can
back
just
towards
drop
the
like
water
a wall.
because he was still sitting there in the water, so I was constantly trying to hedge my bet, wondering if he was actually gonna keep advancing to attack me. So I was trying to let that dragon creature make the first move, then I could just peg him.
Every time I have to see the terrible fate that's befallen my fellow druids, I shudder at the horror. After all our work restoring the verdant gemstones, this is enough to make even me lose hope.
So after completing this higher level quest, you get Azoth, 10 Azoth, which can be used for fast travel between shrines and the settlements, or to craft yourself more powerful items. And then you also get 100 territory standing, because in this game there's also, or in the game of New World itself, there's also what you call faction wars, which players can also get into doing, which is kind of like I guess the so-called in-game PvP aspect, but I don't really concern myself with that much, because I just really enjoy doing the PvE aspect, which is just running missions, running quests, getting a lot of gold or money, a lot of XP, and all these free weapons like this tier 2 named Warhammer, so Fist of the Mountain. But I'll complete this quest, but I'm probably
This would suggest
never gonna
that
use it,
Ganon
but I can
was
still
Medea's doing all
break it
along.
down
But
for
she's only resorted to such cruelty because of the verdant
repairable
gemstones.
items that I can
Ugh,
use to repair
Moira
either
mentioned
my
something about
armor
Medea's
or my other
involvement in
weapons,
building the shrines.
which is also really nice. Oh, and I'm now level 19, so I just got 3 more character skill attribute points. So she's mad about the tribute and the shrines?
Yes, and now she's the one preventing the land from healing. There is a 4th verdant gemstone within Thornhall, you see? She has taken the warrant for herself and removed the gemstone to ensure the curse cannot be lifted.
So they're basically telling you about things you can do during these quests to sort of help clean up the land, and allow it to heal from the lost, and to help the lost sort of revert back to when they used to be actual humans that still had their souls before. We'll have to convince her though.
She may not listen to reason, but she must be confronted. My powers pale compared to hers, so I'd be of little help. But if anyone can defeat a powerful sorceress like Medea, it will be you. My last hope goes with you.
And looks like I also, upon completing this quest, I now get a fire staff, a named fire staff called Night Sun. So this has a gear score. So in this game, you also have a gear score for certain areas. So this one has a gear score of 300, attack damage of 159. So that's not too bad. Feels like in this part of the game, they're wanting me to become more of a mage, but I kind of like sticking to being an archer with my secondary weapon of having both a close and long range weapon for a spear. Has a 10% crit hit chance, 1.25 crit damage multiplier, 28 block stam damage, and 15% block stability, and only 92 gout fire damage. Also has plus 13 intelligence. And with the skill called Meteor Shower as a mage, this one also empowers that skill, so it's then converted into what looks like it's called Empowering Meteor Shower. So when a Meteor Shower hits, you gain 2.3% empower for only 6 seconds, which you can have it stack up to 10 times. That's good if I wanted to be a mage, but not really. So I can open up the tab, and so I still have the Warhammer right now, but probably never going to use it. So as I said, I can break it down and convert it into repairable items towards needing to repair either my weapons or my armor. So I usually always keep an eye on their durability levels, but it looks like I'm still fairly good for now. And I've cooked myself lots of food, so I don't really need to eat anything right now. And you can also there's also these bison that you can also kill for hide and food as well. Oh, back here. Yeah, if I can't run to catch up with it, then you can always go long range. And the better the carving tools you have, the faster it'll go for you when you're harvesting and upgrading your gathering skills. And you're also able to see how much XP you get after you harvest stuff. So like with the hemp, with the size of the bushes of hemp, you get your acquired amount of XP. So for the big ones, you get 128 XP, and for the smaller ones, you get about 20 to 25. That's still really, really good. And then you can also, back at the settlement, you can get XP for when you're actually still near the settlement. So you get a lot better XP gain. I'll keep that auto pinned. So now I can actually see where I need to go next for the next part of my quest. And then I can also try doing more hunting so I can go long range again. And so when I was still like level 3 to about level 5, I actually stayed in the lower level area to keep leveling, and I actually made myself a better bow. So this is my tier 2 venerable recurve bow. So this thing actually does quite a bit of damage even as you level. So this recurve bow at the very beginning used to only do like 85 damage, but now that I'm level 19, heading towards level 20, it now does a whopping 192 damage, 7% crit hit chance, and 1.30 crit damage multiplier, and now has a 34 stacked block stam damage and a really nice whopping 94 on thrust damage, and also gives me an added plus 12 to my dexterity with a passive skill called Vicious, which also gives me plus 5.9% crit damage. So that also adds to my crit damage multiplier, which is really, really, really nice for me when I want to pick off a lot of the PvE enemies at long range and just either stay up high or constantly keep backing up. Yeah, this is a really amazing and really fun creative open world game because you can do so much. You can do everything you need for crafting. You can do fishing. You can upgrade your stamina by just running or walking. You can swim in the lakes or water. You can gather fresh water from the rivers to make like health potions, stamina potions. Ooh, what did he drop? A vial of wispy energy. What is that for? Oh, used in crafting to apply a bonus of intelligence and focus. Oh, but that's only for... I don't quite like that, because that's only for mage characters. So I can go back to the settlement and throw that back into my main storage, but I'm probably never gonna throw it onto a piece of my armor, because even though it feels like the game wants me to sort of split off and become a mage, but yeah, I don't really feel like doing that at the moment because I already have a mage on my other account. And even though this dude is level 50 and I can still damage him quite a bit. And like I said, I can keep going long range. Keep pinging him from a distance. And I can keep backing up to keep stunning him and prevent him from actually hitting me at close range. And after I get rid of him, his summoned creatures disappear. So it's actually a bit of really nice strategy to keep in mind when you're actually playing a long range character. But when you're playing a mage, it's actually way harder because you have to stick to using AoE spells, which means you have to stay closer to a bigger group of enemies. So I think for these enemies, I'll switch to my spear. Woo! You okay? And that one almost completely killed me and got me way down to exceedingly low health. And then there are also item loot chests that are laying around the area. Sometimes they reward you with a piece of armor or a new weapon. Other time they'll just reward you with reagent items. And as annoying as it is, the enemies do tend to respawn. I mean, that just means extra XP for me. It's actually kind of nice. Wow. And so when you die, that happens. I just press E to give up and then respawn. And then I'll have to make sure to hit tab to reopen my inventory and also check to see if I need to repair my gear, which it looks like I do. So that also, unfortunately, and sometimes inevitably happens when you actually die against fairly tough groups of enemies. But luckily for me, I still have enough items for me to repair my stuff. So I don't really have to worry about that too much. So that's why I always keep an eye on my inventory and make sure after I finish each quest that if I don't need certain items, and I just break them down for repairs. Hello again. Even at close range, you can use your jab skills to keep them at a distance. Just kind of running a bit of a circle so I can keep eating food to heal myself. So I don't die too quickly. And then turn around to do a bit more close range damage. And then take off running for a bit again. I can keep eating to re-heal. Because I don't have any health potions on me. Which is kind of bad of me to not have on hand. That actually really sucks. Because health potions actually tend to heal you a lot faster than running and eating food on hand does. But, I mean, I'm still doing a good job with not dying. Yes, there we go. Whew. Now more crafting reagents. And then come back over here so I can get rid of this. There. Okay, so now I can finally leave this area. Whew!
Done.
That was a little tough the first time around. I got it this time. Just a matter of using my eyes and knowing when to multitask at the right
You
moment.
have to forgive me. I've just spoken with the sorceress Medea herself. I'm at a loss for words. I still can't believe that you defeated her. That this is happening.
Well, yeah, this was only my second try, though, but she killed me the first time.
She said that you've proven the people here are worthy, and that she allowed you to restore the final verdant gemstone. I think she wishes to speak with you now. I need to find somewhere to sit down.
Incomplete quest. And tab to open my inventory. There's the staff, but I don't need it, so hit C, right click, and then break it down for more repair components. And I can now talk to Medea.
The gifted warrior who bested me approaches. I am sorely tempted to test you once again.
Yeah, but don't think I'm gonna let you come between me and my spear. Is that really necessary, Medea?
No, but it would be diverting.
Yeah, I'm
You
sure.
possess a rare power not found among newcomers to Eternum. Another possesses this power,
Really?
but I will not speak her name.
Oh.
She is the herald of corruption and far more dangerous than you.
Huh. It's kind of like the old Dragonborn in Skyrim. Someone else who's just like me but more powerful. I hear her voice in my head sometimes.
Oh, then corruption already has its hooks in you. It will be extremely difficult to remove. It would be foolish for me to take a stand. Simply wait for this tempest to blow over.
Really, but how am I supposed to wait for this to blow over if she's already got her hooks in my mind? Is there anything else I can do?
There's an old man fishing the river not far from here. His simple-minded demeanor belies great wisdom. Seek him out if you would fight corruption. As for me, I will bid you farewell. For now.
Let's see what rewards I get from this. Oh yeah, I can finally upgrade my camping tier from tier 1 to tier 2, which means I unlock a higher tier of camping that allows me to craft more items at my campsite, which I can drop down in any open forested area. What's this? Tier 2... Oh, it's a fishing tackle box. Huh. Never gotten that before. I get almost 3k XP towards my next level, towards level 20. I get 47,000 coins, 250 territory standing and 10 more Azoth. Thank you. Very nice. So now I guess it wants me to head back to the settlement. So as I said earlier, because I have no mount to get me back there faster, I gotta run all the way back. But I mean, it helps to upgrade my stamina, so you can actually have your character get lots of exercise, and it does actually let you know when you're running actually helps to upgrade your stam. Which is actually pretty cool. It's actually something that I haven't seen them do in Skyrim. Another note, which gives me more XP towards level 20. I think there's another bridge just over this way. Yep. There it is off in the distance. And then there are also wild bison kind of roaming around here that they can still kill for more harvestable hide and meat. They can cook for more food, and you can also, as it shows, you can... Oh! Damn it! I did not mean to do that! I was just trying to look over the bridge so I can show that you can actually fish right off the bridge. Bye. Just so I could deal with that lost creature. And I just discovered Monarch's Bluff. So I got an extra 150 XP towards actually exploring this area. Which is really cool. I think that's actually slightly more XP towards discovering a new area on your map than you get in like Skyrim. And let's see, what is that? Divine Rise Wolf. Usually, yeah, there we go. Okay, that's how powerful my bow is. With me just using my regular shots.
Should be more sniping.
And my tracking and skinning skill is almost level 30 now. Oh, that's right, I gotta go talk to this fishing dude. Oh, I was trying to run all the way back to the settlement, but it's actually right here. You gotta wade through the river, which kind of slows me down. So much so that you can't even jump or run.
Away with you, ghost. You'll scare away the fish. I remember you not, even if I could.
Okay,
I offer you nothing, but
I just got the
name.
tier 2
I can give you a
tackle
name
fishing
if
box.
necessary. Some have called me Jonas. There are other names, but they would not speak themselves. One is enough.
Usually on the other server, you run into this guy kind of halfway through when you're leveling, but he's not standing here. He's usually standing on a bridge near a fishing hut. What do you know of corruption?
Only those who seek misery would ask such a thing. You should banish your misery like I have banished mine. If you do not, only terrible things can come of it.
I keep hearing a voice though. What is that?
Do not see a hole in your head, perhaps a hole in your. The
Yeah,
stones
no
you
shit.
know are useful to fill such holes. You can read them if you can find them. Replace your ghost with others.
Oh yeah, this is towards finding and putting together my own Azoth staff. That's right. So what is this? Ooh, a new spear. An uncommon name spear. So this is Pike of Agalon. 254 damage, 9% crit hit chance, 1.30 crit hit damage multiplier, 44 block stam damage, 23% block stability, and a whopping 108 thrust damage. So I think this is it's actually better than mine. Plus 13 to dexterity, and as a passive skill called Enfeebling Skewer. Skewer hits apply weaken, reducing your target's damage by 31% for 8 seconds. That's not bad. Okay. I only get it upon completion of this quest. And now I gotta wade back through the river to the other side. I hate doing this because they don't let you
truly
jump.
think the wisdom in some old stones will save you.
And that's corruption. Well, I haven't learned who she is completely yet, but I guess they sort of already tell you who she is. Can I hit that from here? Maybe higher? No. Damn it. Must be behind the wall. But it's still detecting its health bar. Yeah, it's like kind of right there, but I still can't hit it. Can I hit this one though? Yeah. Oh, this one's actually being guarded. Let's see if I can do some sniping this way. Jump up here and snipe down. Oh, come on. Really? There, the game doesn't like me doing it that way. Sucks. Okay, spear time. There we go. Lupin, ancient urn, obsidian sandpaper. Okay. And then just get rid of that with my spear. These ones are actually fairly annoying because they're actually kind of hard to see when they're crawling around in the grass like that. There we go. I always kept thinking that you can't really block as well with a spear, but in this game you actually can do a fairly nice job of blocking as well as using your abilities. Get out of here. Thank you. That One. Yeah, there we go.
In memory of Soul Warden Ramanos Aval, bearer of the eternal torch, whose service strivens
A
since
little bit too loud.
all souls fading. But he is steadfast against the darkness until the last. May his sacrifice be a lesson to all who come after.
No, still too high. Hmm. Weird, I can see it's right there. There we go. Where's this one up there? I managed to hit it from here? Nope. Damn it. Alright, there are these forest lynxes around here, so I try to keep my distance. Oops, there we go. Break out my spear. Just get rid of these. It's actually a loop. Nope. Oh! Ow. Yeah. Can't out-snipe a sniper. And more crafting reagents. Come on. There we go. I just needed it to come out of hiding. Yeah, well, those ones don't do too much damage to you when you actually upgrade your health properly. Cool. That just earned me an extra... Yeah, it did. An extra territory standing point for Monarch's Bluff. Now I can own a house in this area. And then, let's see... let me increase my XP gain in the area. Cool. Discover that.
Of Soul Warden
And then
Christina Krennic,
grab stuff from the ancient chest here.
her pursuit of humanity's best nature, her defiance of darkness, and her solemn wisdom kept the flame of our hopes burning until the last. May her sacrifice be a lesson to all who come after.
Corrupted mage's spells are so slow. You can still hit them at long range without getting hit. Missed. Stuck. Oh, I kind of missed that one. There we go. Ancient cloth hat. That's a tier 2 item. Oh, and so is this chest piece. Gear score is nice and high, but has crappy decrease towards elemental and physical armor. Ooh, but the headpiece is actually better than mine, though, so let's equip that. And then, since that's no good, I'll break it down. Leg piece, musketeers, hands of the cavalier. Not so good, so I'll break it down and get rid of it. Break open my fishing tackle box. This wooden fishing pole is not better than mine, so I'll also break that down and get rid of it. But I will keep the nice fishing bait. Sometimes you'll also get much better weapon drops too, so at times I'll actually be able to get myself a better bow. But not always. Oh, whoops, I thought that was actually another corrupted mage just standing here, but it was an NPC. Whoops.
This place is familiar. My feet remember what my mind does not. Have you found any new voices, Hunted One?
I found writings. What is a soul warden?
What were they? My mind itches. Yes, at that word. This is where my ghost lives. That key is inside it. Something that it's retrieved.
Okay. I always find it weird when he says that kind of thing. There's a big named grizzly bear that's actually living in there. It's quite hard to take him out. Okay, so I guess that's good for recording now.